This video is brought to you by Boss Rutan's O2 Trainer and Fight Me, a fearless expression. What are you willing to fight for?
Yeah, there's no secret that I don't want the Ultimate Fighter on Friday night. But what everybody has to understand is, people are like, the fans and stuff are going, FX is stupid. They, why would they put it on Friday night? It's not the way. Basically, when we did this deal, this Fox deal happened like this, out of the blue. So this thing got dumped on Fox. Okay, this thing got stuck on FX. I wanted to be on FX with the Ultimate Fighter. So when we did the deal, we made that was part of the deal. The problem is that FX, it's a real network. These guys have tons of award-winning shows, and they have their schedule laid out. They don't just, make the schedule up in a few months. They have the schedule laid out. They have ad sales. They have all that stuff in place already. So there was no place to put it except for Fridays. So the great thing about the guys at FX is they're smart guys. They're some of the best guys in all of television that work there, and we'll get this thing figured out. And they're passionate about our show too, and they want to make this thing a home run.
It'd be tough to move something that's on another night.
Exactly. Yeah, it's tough to do. So we're going to figure this thing out. We're working on it, and I told you guys when we did this deal, there's a lot of work to do over the next 2 years. And aside from flying to all the places we got to fly and all the shit that we know we have to do, there's a lot more to do that you guys don't know about behind the scenes. But
can you shoot straight? Is it a win? Everybody's obviously quick to throw you guys under the bus with the ratings, and it is the worst in series history. But you've said, hey, we're happy. It's not a home run, but we're happy. FX is happy. But how is that? Because from our point of view, it's like, dude, 15 seasons in, it's the lowest it's ever been. It's got to be a failure, right?
Well, last season was one of the highest rated seasons we ever had. So count us out. Count us out. I got to tell you, man, I love the new format. I love it. I love the live fights. I'm engaged. I had this conversation yesterday with some of the media guys that stuck around after. It's the question becomes, what's the happy medium for this thing? I think that you've got a segment of the people that like the reality, that like all the crazy shit that goes on in the storylines and all this other stuff. But here's the real answer to this question. If people come to me right now and they say, yeah, the Ultimate Fighter's fucked. It's done. That's stale. It's live fucking fights. If that's stale, I'm in big trouble. You know what I mean? That's what we do. We put on live fights. And that's what it is. You get this build up on who the guys are, you learn a storyline, and then they fight. And they fight live tonight. That's what we do.
It seemed fortunate that the two guys in the finals are going to be able to compete. And is that a problem going forward, that he's got injuries?
That's the scary part of live. And as you go through this show, and we were talking about this last night too, it's a catch-22. You want an awesome semifinal, but not too fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Let's not get crazy here, because somebody's going to get hurt and there won't be a finale. Yeah, we got some work to do. We're gonna
space it out a little.
Get back in the lab and figure this thing out.
Was there thoughts of being able to move the semifinal, so they'd have a 2-week break instead of a 1-week break? Just in case,
No, it's good. I hear you. I agree. So this whole thing was like, we're not afraid to take risks and try new things and feel it out. But we'll fix it. We will fix this.
What do you think about?
So the Iaquintas would love to have 2 weeks off, but that's not going to happen. But can you break down this main
I
event?
thought they both would.
Yeah. Can you break down the main event, or at least the finals?
Al looked really good. These last two fights, he looked really sharp, tough, fast, and picking his opponent apart and winning. And Chiesa won 2 fights he wasn't supposed to win. He should have lost the Lawrence fight. He won it because of his heart, and he went out there and wanted it more than Lawrence did. And then last night, man, he did the same thing. He came out. That's what I like about this kid. Stand-up might not be the prettiest stand-up you've ever seen. As far as a mixed martial artist, he might not be the most fluent, talented guy you've ever seen. But what this guy has is heart, man. He came out and he lost that first round. Then he went out in the second round and made something happen. You see these guys sometimes that'll lose a first round, especially in the Ultimate Fighter. That's what I loved about last night too. When you really look at what's at stake there, you see the guys lose a first round and they come out and they're like fighting this fight where they think they got 5 fucking rounds or something. You have one more round to win. You have to win this round just to make another round. And then you got to win that fucking round too. That kid went out the minute that bell rang, pushed the pace, got in Vic's face and went after him and made something happen. He got him down to the ground and made it happen, just like he did in the Lawrence fight.
The main event of that card.
That's what that show's all about. Those are the guys we're looking for.
It's incredible.
He is.
The main event, Jake and Kampmann, if you get something very decisive in that fight, a decisive winner, would you say that that's head and shoulders above Hendricks now, considering that was a controversial decision that many people thought Koscheck won?
I don't know.
Maybe you set them against each other?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that. We got to see that fight first. And, you know, do you think Koscheck won that fight? You do?
It was very close. I did.
I scored for Josh.
I don't.
I had Hendricks.
Yeah, I got Hendricks too. Hendricks won that fight.
This video is brought to you by ProBoxingSupplies.com, where you can receive 25% off your purchase now, and PowerPerformanceProducts.com, where you can receive $10 off your purchase of Body Storm and Body Effects.
Godspeed and party on.